Everyone is welcome here, it's time to make new friends. Aquavide Uskava, fill your Glencairn. Share a dram with the spirit of Edmonton.
Sláinte. And good evening, Whiskey brothers, sisters, and friends, and welcome to episode 106 of the Canadian Whisky Journey's Whiskey Review. I'm Dolph. I'm the creator of the Canadian Whisky Journey. I'm the spirit of Edmonton on social media platforms, but most importantly, I am your host tonight. And we are continuing the Canadian Whisky Journey with Eau Claire Distillery's Ploughmans Single Malt Whiskey. Now, they used to do a Ploughman's Rye. Not quite that. It's a little step up from that now. And what we have in Eau Claire is another of Alberta's, royalty whiskey destinations. A place you have to go to. It's in the heart of Diamond Turner Valley on their main street called Sunset Boulevard. And there you go to the distillery. And in the distillery, you meet Danny Gowrie, the master blender and distiller. But you'll notice it's in a 1929 movie theater and dance hall. So they converted the movie theater dance hall to a distillery, which is really cool. Go through the distillery, ask all the questions you want. Be very inquisitive. Ask all the questions. Slow them down a little bit. What's this? What's that? That's when you're going to get the funnest parts of these distilleries and all the kind of side stories that you don't usually get. So go in there. It's going to end a little while later in the Rupert's Parlor Cocktail Lounge. Have a couple cocktails. Make you something special. A couple things really nice and special. And when you're done that, hopefully you still have time to go into their speakeasy, which is right next door. Now, it's a large building that they converted to a speakeasy. Now, it's got a big, beautiful wooden bar. It's lots of wood everywhere. Big stairway going up to a presentation area up top. So if you have a wedding, that's where the wedding party would go. Big parties would go there, corporate parties. It's a beautiful place. What's most interesting is what it used to be before they converted it. And I'm gonna read this to make sure I get this right. So they used to be an Alberta Temperance and Moral Reform League building. So they made a 1929 movie theater and dance hall into a distillery. But they made the Alberta Temperance and Moral Reform League building into a speakeasy. So lots of changes, a lot of fun. They're having a lot of fun with what they do there. And great experience. But the experience doesn't have to end. You can go next door to the Chuck Wagon Cafe that was featured on the foodie show You Gotta Eat Here. Look it up first. See what they did present on the show. That's what my wife and I did. And we had two of the things that were on the show. It was fantastic. When you're done, you're not done for the day. Take about a 2-minute walk, 3-minute walk, a block and a half to a brewery called Fahr, F-A-H-R, and they're very good at what they do. And that, my friends, that is a phenomenal day. That is my idea of a fantastic day, a day well spent. All right, so let's get beyond that. Let's talk about the whiskey itself, this stuff right here. So my latest conversation with Danny, he told me about when he went to Spain to look at the bodegas and the cooperages to try to find wood for this and future Ploughmans whiskeys. And there, they met owners of a bodega, Peter and Laura, and they were the first to supply a Canadian distillery with their Jimenez Spinola bodega casks. And these are very important casks. You can tell by the flavor of it. You're going to enjoy it, but have Danny talk to you about it. He's a little bit passionate about it. And he'll even maybe tell you about their whiskey and cigar toast that evening, which was an inspiration to use more Hungarian oak, which he did with this whiskey, which gives a smoky cigar tobacco note to complement the sherry. So he gets the inspiration there that night after they know they're getting, or they're pretty sure they're getting, these casks. And he gets inspired with what to make here. So I love it because it's a sense of place when you're drinking whiskey. It's the people, it's the environment, it's the things around you that kind of influence and imprint themselves on you. And that's what happened to him in this place. And that's what happens with this whiskey right there. Now, you're going to notice beautiful bottle. I like the bottom because it looks like the Rockies. And they're quite close. So, Rockies there. Very heavy bottle. Beautiful metal plate on the front. Nice presentation in the box. Very nice feeling. It's all hefty. Great gift for someone if you want. Or for yourself. Why not? Give yourself a gift. This is 750 mils. It's 46%. Single malt. Non-chill filter. No color added. No employment of the 1/11th rule, which is what we like the best here. It's $200 from your local specialty whiskey store or right there from the distillery. Beautiful bottle, beautiful presentation. This is a showcase whiskey. Something you're going to have on your shelf for a little while. I might not, because I'll be giving this to friends a lot soon. So, let's get on with the tasting. Let's get the tasting notes. Oh, I should tell you about the wood itself. So, the primary maturation's in 2 wood, so it's ex-bourbon and European oak. Hungarian oak. European oak. I shouldn't say. It might not be Hungarian. It might be French oak as well. I'm not sure. So it's European oak. And they finish it for 18 months in the Jimenez Spinola PX Sherry Solera casks. That's a mouthful. And this is the mouthful I want right now. So I'm going to nose. And if you've watched this before, you know I do this the night before to try to get all of the characters out of it. You also know that my ideas from the night before sometimes change when I'm doing it now, because I'll trust myself the day after to say what I think. It's subtle and mild is the first thing you get. So I had to work with this. And it took me a couple hours. I was adding water, so I had different glasses with different levels of water. I had one that, just like tonight, no water in it. It's just in my hand for a long time, warming up over the hour and a half, 2 hours that I was having it. And I usually start with like 1.5 ounces type thing and work on it. So, subtle initially. The next note that comes out in the subtleness when you're trying to decipher anything is the wood. So, no matter what, the wood was omnipresent. Sometimes, in my mind anyway, so you can go from one scent to another. So you can block one off, go to the next one, block it off, try to go to the next one. This was a little bit harder because the wood is always there. And it's not a strong, powerful wood. It's subtle, but the wood's always there. Anyways, we'll work with this for a while. And the first thing that came out with the wood was caramel and vanilla. I can't tell which one is which first. It's just a sweetness that they both come out with. And they both temper the oak. I think the oak would have been stronger without those two influences to kind of temper it and smooth it out. And it's a very smooth everything with whiskey. Smooth on the palate, smooth on the nose, everything. But now I'm getting a freshness that I wasn't noticing last night. Let's call it a fresh hay or maybe grass. I'm not going to say effervescent, but it's fresh. The alcohol that doesn't burn the nose because it's at 46% too. All right. Let's leave it at that. Let's go for the palate. That's the wake me up palate. Now let's spend some time. Let's say oily mouthfeel. It's not quite creamy. It's oily though. It's beautiful. It's nice. My wife would call it burnt caramel. So this came out last night. For me, it's not burnt caramel. It's crème brûlée. So it's essentially the sugar that you're burning on top of the crème brûlée that is burnt caramel. But she says burnt caramel. I say crème brûlée. That's still there. Now the spices, and this was the hard one, trying to decipher the spices afterwards, because it's the spice of the oak and not the whiskey. No rye, single malt, 100% barley, malted barley. Yeah. I'm going to stick with last night. Last night I said more tobacco than there is now, but I still get the tobacco. You get the peppery, like a white pepper, which is heat as opposed to flavor. So that's on the sides, but not strong. It's just there a bit. And the fruit. So the fruit for me is the raisins and what do we call them? Not prunes, dates. Raisins and dates. A bit nutty maybe. Maybe nutty as well. I don't want to say walnuts because walnuts is what I say when I get kind of a dryness with it, but still nutty. Yeah. So crème brûlée, and remember the wood's all the way through. So crème brûlée with the vanilla, caramel, tobacco, raisin, dates. Nutty. I'm going to say nutty. I'm going to stick with that. All right. So there's the palate. Let's go with the finish. And I'm going to say medium long, because it changes. It's fairly consistent with the wood, like I told you, but it does change within that time. So yeah, sticking with medium long. So the woody spicy oak, which turns into dried fruits with the spicy oak, ends with a combination of the wood and the sweetness. And yeah, and when I did my tasting ones before, I talked about the sweetness before the fruit. But yeah, I do think the fruit comes before the sweetness on the finish. Let's just check. Oily, wood. Yeah, it's fruity and sweet, and then but the sweet continues. It's still wood, ends with the wood. All right. Hopefully this helps you out. Hopefully I've convinced you to spend $200 to get this on your counter, put it up there for a while. This is something to sip, and you have to take your time with it. This is not something where you're going to have a dram in half an hour and think you're going to get everything out of the bottle. You're not. This is something you're going to work with for a while, but it's well worth the time. So enjoy yourself. I'll see you soon. Hopefully another beautiful bottle in my hands very soon. And enjoy the beautiful weather, finally. Cheers, everyone. Have a fantastic night.